boy King-aredo. So on our last video we talked about liquidity, so I want to go back, recap from the beginning of my video. The first video we talked about market structure, and we said that market structure is a trend, right? The way market moves in a direction. If market is bullish, it's going to be creating a higher high and higher low, higher high and higher low, right? Showing you this is an uptrend, right? And when market is in a downtrend, it's going to be creating a lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, right? Lower high and lower low, and we say this is where market is in a downtrend, right? And the next one we talked about an OB, right? We say an OB is inside this market trend, right? You picture an OB, this is an OB, right? Inside this market trend, you picture an OB, this is an OB. Every of the edge, this is an OB, this is an OB, this is an OB, this is an OB, and this is an OB. They are all OB. And we said for you to determine a place of your OB, you need to make sure there is another OB protecting it, which will serve as what? A liquidity, right? Which will serve as a liquidity, and this is it. So it's going to serve as a protection to what? To this particular OB. It's going to serve as a protection to this OB. Now the next one we are going to talk about is BOS, break of structure, right? Since we said if market is moving up, it's going to be breaking structure to the upside, so the break of structure is what is going to confirm the OB. If the OB is in a right place for market to still come and activate on that particular zone and still move to the upside. So BOS is what is going to make it to move to the upside. Okay, now we're going to dive into BOS. Stay tuned and watch this video. You are going to love it, on how to mark out your BOS. So let's go to the chart. Now if you observe in this particular zone, now you are going to be noticing something, right? Let me use somewhere that is more clearer for you to view how to mark out your OB. Now watch this particular zone. This is my OB, right? This is my OB, and we have another OB around this zone. This is also an OB. It starts from here to this zone. Let me mark it out for you. This is another OB, right? So this OB is going to serve as a protection to this one. What do? I push my long position. Now we are still missing one thing from this particular move. We are looking for a break of structure. So what do you expect this break of structure to do? We expect this market to break this high with full body and come back to pick this liquidity at that zone before continue moving to the upside, right? Meaning in a drawing, this is an OB, right? This is a liquidity, right? So what is remaining? When you see this kind of chart, it is complete. What you need is activation, for market to come and activate. It must not always be this way I'm drawing it, but this is an example of what I mean, right? This is it. So what do you need? You just need to place your long, put your stop loss below your OB, and target a stream high you want to target, right? This is a protection to this one, and this is the BOS, which we call break of structure, right? Break of structure. And this one is what? OB, order block. And this one is what? Liquidity, right? So this is the full thing you need. You need the full confirmation you need for your order block to be complete, for you to take a setup from your order block, right? This is the full setup you need. Now let's go to charts more and find all these things. Let's go to chart more and find all these things. Okay, now observe this particular zone. Now this market is selling from somewhere, and why is this market selling? Let's find out. Let me use my analysis to find out. Okay, this market is selling from order block, right? It's selling from order block. This is the order block this market is selling from, and this is the liquidity, and this is what? BOS. Okay, so that is why this market is currently selling from. And it's going to get to this zone. This is about 6RR that is going to get to, right? This is where this market, if you notice, this is also an order block, right? This is also an order block, but it is a protection to this order block, because this order block is not from a key level. This order block is from a key level, so it is a protection. It is a protection to this order block, right? That is why this order block would not hold, because this order block also, you see there is a liquidity there, but because it's not from a key level, it cannot hold. Now, overall trend of this market is bullish, right? But market is selling, right? Now, if this market is selling and we want to buy, like we want to buy, now this is a POI to buy. Yeah, this is a POI to buy this market, right? Let me remove this one. So since this is a POI to buy, because this POI also have what we call a BOS around this zone, right? But the only way we can buy from this zone, if this market comes here, creates, because there is no liquidity, there is no protection for this other block, create a engineer liquidity like this and come. Once it creates this kind of thing, we know that it's going to buy from here to continue moving to the upside. Do you understand? But if market just continue dropping without creating something like this, you cannot join, okay? Because one thing is missing. We have BOS, we have order block, but we don't have liquidity. We don't have a protection that will protect this our zone. So that is when markets create the protection, we can now wait for it to come back and clear the protection so we can join the movement. Now let's go to the real chart and continue. Now if you notice, this is what a zone market wants came to, and this is what a liquidity, this is a protection, right? This is a protection, and this is what our BOS we are talking about. This is our BOS, right? So what happened? This market came to that zone and did what? The reason, the essence of you putting your stop loss, this your stop loss, above this your other block is because sometimes market can just do a sweep on that other block, so you need to put your stop loss above it in order for market not to sweep you out. Now if you notice, this market did 5 risk reward. What are the criteria? We have our order block, we have our liquidity, and we have our BOS. Okay, so we are now combining order block, liquidity, and BOS. BOS is the new thing that we added to the rest of them. So that is very, very important for you to know market direction. If market is selling, for you to know that market is selling, it has to be breaking structure to the downside like this. You see, what is it doing? It's breaking the structure it's creating to the downside. Then for market to be bullish, it has to be breaking structure to the upside. That is what tells you that market is bullish. So that break of structure it's creating upside is what we call BOS, right? That is what we call BOS. So pay attention to the BOS aspect. Now let me do a little analysis and show you something on BTC. Okay, you see this setup I have now. Do you see this particular setup I have now? Do you see an order block? Do you see another order block? Right? This is an order block, and this is also an order block. Right? We have two order blocks, but the reason this other block is more valid is because of what? We have BOS, and we have what? And it has a protection. Where is the protection? This upper order block. That is what makes this market to be valid. So if this market comes back now, it's going to take out the protection and continue moving to the upside. Okay, that is what it's all about. Now let's check on silver. Okay, now observe something. This one is a breaker block. Okay, I've not gotten there. Observe, this is what other block, but this other block has what? A BOS. It has what we call BOS, break of structure. It has break of structure, but something is missing in this particular other block. What is missing? Liquidity is missing. So what do you expect this market to do? We expect this market to come to this zone, create internal liquidity, come back, and continue moving to the upside. This is what we expect it to do, and continue moving to the upside. Okay, this is what we expect it to do. So once market is creating this engineer liquidity, okay, then we can now put our limit order and wait for it to come and take out the engineer liquidity and continue moving to the upside. This is how to view your chart. Okay, this is how to view your chart. Let me go to other pairs like which pair? Some people trade the euro, some people trade euro USD. Let's check it and see if we are having the same thing to talk about on this particular chart. Yes. Now observe this movement that came down. This movement that came down did not just come down for nothing. Okay, let's observe how it came down. Now if you watch, this is what other block. So this other block did not just come here to form, to start dropping. No, this other block is market start dropping from this other block because this is a supply zone, right? This is a supply zone, and if this is a supply zone in a higher time frame, is also a key level. What happened? And this key level has what we called a BOS, right? BOS enables it to still come back, tap on this particular zone, creating is, if you notice, this is what we call, this liquidity is too far from this other block. What happened? So when market was coming up, it generated engineer liquidity, dropped, come up again, take out the engineer liquidity, you know, confirmation to sell. This is the confirmation to sell. So coming back again, it started dropping. Okay, that was what happened on this particular trade. So BOS is very, very important in the market. Now observe this particular zone again. This is what, this is another block, and this is also an other block, but this other block serves as what? Serves as liquidity to the market. Okay, if you want to talk about the BOS, this is where the BOS lies on. This is the BOS. What happened? Market tapped and went to the upside, right? So that is how to determine your order. So if you want to analyze the new market now to see what we have on this market, because market is bearish on this part, market is definitely bearish on this part. So this is what you see. The reason that will make me to take this trade is because of what? We have BOS and this zone, right? So what are we expecting? We have what we call liquidity and this zone. We have what we call liquidity and this zone. So what do I need to do? Just place my short position, my stop loss above my other block. Then I'll target my where I expect it to get to. Do you see? Very simple, very, very simple. This is it. This is it. Very, very simple. So on our next video, we're going to talk about change of character. So stay tuned on our next video. We'll talk about change of character, how change of character happen in the market. Thank you guys.